time we spoke about AI music.
Mhm.
Um, do you have any topics you wanna talk about? Otherwise, I will bring something up. But if you have something,
I do have a topic, but it's more about going out than about music.
alright,
Um, and that's like I don't know if you have nieces or nephews or something, or like
yeah, sure.
if you're in like, for example, we have friends with younger siblings or stuff like that. Have you noticed that they don't really go out anymore?
Hmm. Um, Let me think. I have a half brother. I think he goes out like once a year. I also have a cousin that's a little bit like 5 years younger. So 1999.
So it would be Gen Z. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but and he goes out a little bit more, but like my half brother's 22, he doesn't go out at all, I think.
And like when we were younger, like I'd say, of course, not everybody went out, of
Yeah.
course, but we had that like when the festivals really started to get
Yeah.
crazy popular. And I think at the height of that, which was just before COVID, maybe 2018, 2019, I'd say half of the people I went to high school with.
Yeah.
So that's not necessarily, you don't choose the people you go to high school with, like some will be friends or whatever. I think at least half of them
Yeah.
would go to a festival maybe 2, 3 times a year.
Yeah.
And like I think a quarter would go to clubbing
Yeah.
actively. Um, we don't have those numbers anymore. If you go to a festival right now, like sometimes you know, like, and also when you just see stuff coming
Yeah.
by on social media, I see people my age mostly or up, but very little like, or maybe younger people are looking old. I don't know.
Yeah.
But isn't that like, what's your take on that?
So I organized hard techno events for a while. And um yeah, I really got to know the hype and everything around it.
Yeah.
So um well, my theory about hard techno, how it actually got so popular is because during COVID, um, well, all the teens who were supposed to get by the age of 18 that they had were able to go out were now stuck at home,
Yeah.
so that they couldn't like explore the way we did. And then, of course, there were a lot of house parties, illegal house parties, and there was a lot of frustration. And yeah, you had I think tech house was the main
Before
stuff.
COVID, yeah, I think tech house was a little bit before that. So like it's like, I'd say 25th, 25th, well, 2014 was Deep House. I think
I think
2016 Tech
tech house.
House. And I think after that, it started to get a little bit harder already. But oh, we went into that trance techno stuff with the beeps and the boops, you know? That started to get a little bit
Which
more.
one?
Well, oh, like, gosh, it's a duo. It's a very, very popular. They also played in GTA. They also had like a set.
Um,
They're very.
oh, you mean the Tale of Us?
Yeah, yeah, I think it's a tale of us. It's like the two guys. Yeah, it's a tale of us.
That
That started to get really like,
yeah. Oh, you mean melodic techno?
I guess that would be what it's called, but I would say call it like trance techno because it was basically
Yeah, I get what
lo-
you mean.
cool music, whatever. But and the I think the harder stuff would be like maybe after that or something. But
Yeah. So I think you're right. It's was like Fisher with
mm,
Tech House and a lot of other guys, Clooney and stuff like that.
uh,
And then about 2017, like Tale of Us with their label Afterlife
yeah, yeah,
really got big.
yeah.
And from that came a lot of different kind of melodic techno streams, different artists.
Yeah.
And then during COVID, um, I think that's actually what I've talked to a lot of younger guys about. Um, why they liked hard techno. Yeah, they were like stuck at home and like
Yeah.
they were frustrated as fuck because, I mean, when you remember when you were 18, just wanted to get out
I
and
feel
get as
so
drunk as possible.
yeah, I feel really bad for them.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like that's like the worst time. Like if you were at that age, then that happened. Like, oh gosh. So you're saying it comes from the frustration of being inside?
Yeah, and they just had to release that energy somehow, and I mean, tech house or melodic techno, it's way
Yeah,
too subdued, and they really need
yeah,
to have something a bit stronger.
yeah. It's like the thing with tech house and melodic techno is that sort of the feelings are built in for you, so to speak. So like a lot of those melodic techno tracks, you kind of get the feel that the artists put their feeling in. You can sort of like, this is a happy song, this is melodic, this is a song about, I don't know, a breakup or whatever. But like the hard techno is like, like it's just go. It's just put your mind off. You don't think about stuff and you just go.
Yeah, it's like primal,
Yeah,
primal shit.
yeah,
There's basically no thought behind it. Especially the early stuff was like a rave generator was like a synthesizer that was used a lot, and it was basically a sampler that sampled the old school 90s
yeah,
rave steps,
yeah. Oh gosh.
and they just used them without because it was a chord, the step, so it's yeah, they try to make a melody out of it, but when you make melodies out of chord steps, then it just sounds
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Uh,
But
but it was like total carnage, and
yeah,
that's what the kids wanted, so it
yeah.
worked.
I remember because like I like I've especially in the tech house days and the deep house days as well. Like I went to like festivals for basically my life. Like
Yeah,
I still lived at home. I made quite a decent earning because I worked almost full time, didn't study for a while either. And like all that money just went to festivals and parties and festivals and parties. And like the vibe back then, like especially like if you would go to an Awakenings or something, or like just any festival that was like the place to be, like it was very narrow scoped, like the music. You would always have like the big tent with the sort of already like hard techno, dark techno, the beuken we would call it. Like even lekker beuken, which means like just go wild for a little bit. It was there, but there was not a lot of experimentation. And it was very like the genre was what it was, and if you would diverge from that, you would be, there were a few big names, and if you didn't follow them, you would sort of like there would be no place for you.
yeah,
And I think also for some reason, like the hard techno and stuff, like I think that would have never developed if people were not at home,
yeah,
because the whole scene was gone for a moment. There was no shepherds, guiding the sheep. Like, hey, this is how the path is. You can't diverge too far. People they just could do whatever they want, so to speak.
yeah.
Everybody was at the same level.
And I didn't have a reference point either because they hadn't gone to a festival yet.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
were like 17 and they were like
Yeah.
listening to pop music maybe.
Yeah. Or maybe like a lot of kids, like even in the techno scene, the dire techno people that you would meet, like most of them, when they were like, I don't know, 16, 14, they are playing Call of Duty and listening to hardstyle, like, and then they get into techno and they're like, wow, this is great. But the scene is already made for them. And then like, if you are a young age and sort of like you develop and there's no festivals and stuff,
Yeah,
like you maybe use more of the music genres you grew up with
yeah.
and implement it. I actually like my neighbor from in where I used to live in Zoetermeer. He's Sandro Silva. I don't know if you know.
Oh, yeah,
He had that one hit, right? Epic.
yeah.
Doom, 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 doom. So like, and it was back then. It was like completely different than everything that came before. It was the first big room track,
Basically, yes.
basically, with Cantino, I believe.
Yeah,
So cool, cool guy, super like super down to earth and always fun. And he still is DJing and stuff. But I asked him like, because it is kind of like, how do you go from what EDM was back then
yeah,
to which was basically like a little bit of Hardwell, did a little bit of stuff, but this was before the big boom that came afterwards, where the Dutch DJs were ruling the world.
yeah, yeah.
Epic was just before that, and I was like, why did you make that track? How did you come up with it? And like, and his answer was basically, I really liked hardstyle. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay, but this is not hardstyle." He was like, "Well, the kick on the
Like
background,
kick.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 big room."
Big tail behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like he didn't go. Had never gone to a party before in his life,
Mm.
and he was just behind his computer. He thought music was cool, and like he just started making it. He did whatever he wanted. He didn't want to fit in with anything.
Yeah.
He just made it.
Yeah.
And
So what you're saying basically is that when you're not like influenced already and already thinking about, yeah, how is this gonna be popular or what should I make?
yeah,
Then the craziest,
like
probably the biggest hits or
yeah.
new genres, new hypes come from those kinds of situations.
Then that brings us to the hard techno, and I think also back in the 90s, the happy hardcore and stuff. There has nothing been before that. That's like, there wasn't a scene like that before that. Like they just did it.
Yeah,
And but the original question was, why do you think Gen Z? Like,
yeah. So
whether there's something to do with it, I know.
total ADD behavior right here. I think. No, yeah. So what I said, the hard techno, um, I organized those events that got pretty big as well,
Yeah, they did.
and so I got to, of course, see what kind of demographic, what kind of age came to those parties, and we also looked at a lot of different competitors,
Yeah.
and they were like always, yeah, very young, like 18 to 25 probably.
And back when was this again? Like, what year do you think?
2022 to 20, like last year, actually.
Yeah, actually, this is for a future episode, but you have to one day tell us the story about that illegal rave that you organized in the dunes. You were part of that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's an interesting story for later, guys. Like all the stuff around that, but please continue. So it was the COVID time, where
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So they're pretty young of age, but actually now they are like um the people that came back then
yeah,
are like 25 now. Um, and they are now all going to hard groove and the more melodic, groovy
wow,
techno,
okay,
more driving techno.
wow,
Yeah, I also get this feeling like, um, uh, especially the COVID generation. And but when you're young, you just wanna go, you see where the limit is, and basically go as hard as possible.
yeah,
I
yeah,
wanna
that's
find the border of what's yeah,
yeah, it's possible and what your body allows.
yeah, in many ways actually. So also the music reflects that, I think, because when you're young, you just, yeah, I remember like listening to a lot of garbage, like what I would now consider garbage, but like very fast music, very hard music.
Hey man, I don't judge. I don't judge. I listen to my what is it, dreamcore from time to time, and my nightcore, and like, yeah. And there's stuff breakcore.
Yeah,
There was that 174 beats per minute, right?
that's insane.
Uh, but okay.
Yeah, so that's my take. I think that's like the generation that comes even after that, or the people that are now like 18 to 22.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I don't really know what they're up to, but
Yeah.
I kind of feel like you're onto something there because yeah, they're not really, they're so busy with the online world as well, I
Yeah.
think, that
Yeah. They
or
game more than ever. Also, just
yeah,
girls and stuff, like more than ever.
yeah,
Like, and I was, I'm a huge geek, like, but
yeah,
the rookie numbers
yeah,
compared to what they do nowadays,
yeah,
they're inside a lot, man.
yeah,
Online a lot.
yeah, yeah,
Oh. But but when you read the headlines, so it doesn't really tell the story, right? Like why, why does Gen Z or Gen Alpha especially, like
yeah,
they're not even thinking about it, um and then it become, and also not drinking. That's also, I think, a very nice, like, thing
yeah,
that happened, that alcohol is not that
no,
much of a,
lot of drugs though, but
I think I'm new age, but I think that's better. Like I think
And what do you think about the
oh the vapes.
the vapes, bro? I've literally seen so many articles, videos about just kids having their fucking lungs removed. Where just
I mean, I'm flabbergasted actually because the way I saw because like when you and I went to high school years ago, like that was the start. That's when they said this will be the smoke-free generation. I
yeah,
know if you remember, like when we were young, all these posters were hanging in schools. They started to ban kids from smoking in school.
yeah,
Like so you have to go away. Like and I was a smoker. Like I started when I was like 14, 13. And like my dopamine ADHD brain like it couldn't take a little bit. No, no, no. I had to go all out, man. I had to go for everything. Like I went for those because like for you don't have money back then. So I went straight into like the tobacco that you have to roll yourself. And like so I was just like I was I went nuts, but we would be the smokes free generation. So I would be like, okay, whatever. I guess I'm the outlier, but there were people smoking back then too. Like but it was less
yeah,
than the generation before. Obviously, like in we did smoke a little bit less. I think the number went from like 50% to what 25%, 20%.
yeah.
So good. Smoke free generation failed, but something happened. But now more kids smoke now than back and they're still doing the smoke-free generation campaign.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here! Like, you guys failed. Like, it's even worse. And the vapes, like, my take on it, because like when it first started, like you had electronic cigarettes back then as well,
Mm.
and like the lawmakers in our country were like, oh, it's the flavors that are added, and if we take away the flavors and I think the biggest power from it is that like you don't if you take the vape, your parents won't really smell it.
Mhm.
And I think that's a lot of like the thing that kept you in check when you were young. Most parents didn't want you to smoke. And some didn't care, but like if you got home and you smell reeked of smoke, it's not good. Yeah, but now with the vapes, like there's no boundary in these kids' brain from like, hey, if I do too much of it or something, I'll be in trouble
Yeah,
because you can get away with it. But if
yeah,
I had that back then, oh, I would have no lungs either, man.
yeah.
But yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't really think kids are dumb for doing it. I don't think the companies behind it are evil or that is a sneaky way to get children into smoking. I think you will always have a percentage of the youth that lack something, that lack stimulus to their brain, that are ADHD or they, that most of the kids nowadays their dopamine system is not really functioning well.
Yeah.
So they will find anything that stimulates that, and that's smoking in most cases. And now they have an easy way to get into it through the vapes.
Yeah.
But if the vape wasn't there, something else would have been,
Yeah, yeah,
and we would have been back at square one.
yeah.
So yeah. But if it's a weird flavor in it or something, like it's always the same. There's always a percentage of kids that want dopamines.
Yes, it.
Oh.
I wanted to, um, have you, of course you have, but do you remember monster movies?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like the dubs of
Great.
the,
Je verdeukt het weer. Verducht.
like,
Kijk daar, daar vliegt een helikopter.
I'm not sure, like, of course, the Dutch viewers were a bit older are gonna know it.
Yeah.
I also showed it to my little brother, and
Did he like it? Or was
yes,
this?
yeah, of course, and because I showed it to him when he was like
Yeah.
6 years old,
Okay, okay. Yeah, how old were we when we saw that stuff?
probably around 10 or so.
Yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of first words came from that.
Like, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, so um, fun fact, he's actually like one of the two guys is now a really big artist.
Oh, can imagine you have a great those people, those two, they must have great creative brains. Like
Yeah,
the stuff they made was revolutionary.
yeah,
Like, yeah,
yeah. Especially the time when you had like zero technology to make
they made their own website. They dubbed everything themselves. There was no YouTube monetization back then. You couldn't make a living from.
no, no, no.
And they did their complete own thing.
There was no YouTube when they started, bro. They started in 2005.
Okay, yeah, okay.
The
Well,
group is started 2005.
okay, yeah. 2000, okay, yeah, crazy.
They actually used like a special tape recorder, and then they could use the videotapes to record the movies and then dub over its
brilliant.
microphone that was attached to it or something.
It's brilliant, like what they have.
But anyway, like one of the guys is now a big artist, and yeah, they actually knew the name already, but I saw his face on their Spotify page. I was like, bro, this is the guy from Master Movies.
Wow.
But yeah, he's actually really big, and I wanted to let you hear their new single because I think
Okay.
it's fucking insane, actually. And like the production quality, as well as just yeah, being very unique and like between genres, I just love that, you know, just
Okay, I'm curious. What's the name?
Weevil,
Weevil.
Weevil,
Weevil.
Weevil,
How do you spell that?
Weevil,
Oh, okay, got it.
Weevil,
Weevil. Devil.
Weevil. I don't know.
Okay, so let's see. What's the new song called?
Wait, are you connected to the speaker?
I should be, yeah. I mean, we can test it right now.
Maybe it's not on.
Oh, no, apparently not. Oh, if it's off, then it will be difficult, yeah. Okay.
No, it's connected.
Okay, and what's the song called? Dopamine?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Hey, that's actually pretty.
That's very fitting. So I knew this actually in advance.
Yeah, unfortunately, little babe, which is gonna sound nice with this.
Dopamine, ay, you need the time. We need the suck, we need the suck, we need the suck, we need the suck.
You need that. The suck, we need the suck, we need the suck.
Dopamine, ay, you need the time. We need the suck, we need the suck, we need the suck.
Damn. Dopamine, ay, you need the down.
Dopamine, ay, you need the time. We need the suck, we need the suck, we need the suck. Dopamine, ay, you need the time.
Let's get that.
What's the verdict?
I mean, unique, of course.
Yeah,
Well done. This is like,
you need to hear this on either good headphones or like really good speakers because the lot production quality.
yes, there's a lot of happening in it, I guess. So there's a lot of like tiny little instruments and stuff that make up the.
Yeah,
But my first impression, yeah, I think it's nice. I think it's well done. I think it's kind of music for making music. So as in, this is not something you dance to. This is not something like you you might play it in the car when you're by yourself, but not when you're in a
Yeah.
group or something.
I think you can, if this is on big speakers, I think it's pretty danceable.
It's too overwhelming for that, and it's also it's not that's the point of the song. It's too choppy. It jumps.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It doesn't have a rhythm that you can stay in.
So which is not bad, but like it's more music for the music. And it kind of reminded me back in the day of Fatboy Slim when he was just making the drum drum machines.
Yeah.
Like he would just buy everything, combine it, use all different samples, and this is very like sampled music, drum beat music, choppy music, which is great. That's artistic, but yeah, it's like I said, this
Yeah, they actually play live everything with the
Mm.
instruments and the synths, right? So that's
I really appreciate artists for doing that. I think, well, you know a lot about DJing. It's just a thing like when you're DJing, there's not much at some points you can do. You're standing there, so you're gonna twist the knob
Well,
as if something's happening, but it's fake.
it's more the vibe you try to create with the music you play, and
It's that's the power that there's there, but like so I see sometimes with DJs where they try to overcompensate by doing stuff that's not real in order to like
Yeah.
because they know they're standing still. And I think if you take charge of like making your own music like that with a drum pad or like if you're a lounge pad or whatever,
yeah,
I think that really gives you more engagement with the audience at that moment.
yeah,
And so I really appreciate artists that do that. It's also more risky, more things can go wrong.
yeah.
So when you do that, that shows me that you're a true master of your craft, which it sounds like these guys are.
Yeah.
Very creative, and it's this kind of music. There's no copy. There's no original from it.
No, it remind me a little bit of like Forked and Skrillex. Fred
Fred
again.
again. Yeah, for that I would agree. It Fred again is also like I love Fred again, man. He's like my hope for like the newer stuff in the past few years. What a guy! And he makes everything live as well when he's playing.
He's like the Elon Musk of music, like
Yeah, he's
just
genius.
going his way and just not caring about. Okay, he made like a hit and then he just goes straight to another genre.
He's truly like I'm like I was sort of like out of I literally had the thing where I wouldn't watch any boiler rooms anymore or stuff online because I was like it's too mainstream now, and I don't, when there's good music it will just come my way. And literally there's songs on the radio and I'll be like, oh, it's a good song. And then like eventually he would start shazamming something. I was like, oh, Fred again. Hey, but that name rings a bell. And then I started getting into it. I was like, is all of this for him? And then I started getting into like that rabbit hole of listening to all of stuff and like being so creative and it paying off. I'm glad there's more of a room for that now. Like he's really unique. But yeah, but this guy too, like especially if you make monster movies.
Yeah.
To the non-Dutch viewers, I wish you guys could know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so that would you be able to make this?
Yes.
Yeah, if you could listen to this, you
Yes.
understand what he used and how.
Yeah. I think I could get pretty close to this, but not the production quality. So that's, yeah, I mean, to get all these different sounds, you have to like get the sounds themselves to sound as full as possible, as crisp as possible.
So you have to space them out. Like he uses space probably a lot.
Yeah, but that's in like the mix, but
Yeah.
like the sound itself,
Yeah.
like the bass hit or something, you have to make that or find it. So, but that's the easier part, and also the composition. Yeah, that's also possible. But to make it sound as a whole so clean and so hard and so yeah, cohesive,
Yeah.
that's really, really difficult.
Yeah.
And if you listen to it on your good headphones or
Yeah.
earphones, then you will hear, yeah, it's like just perfectly balanced everything, and
Yeah.
you hear something to your left, to your right, and just all comes together.
I think we have an investment opportunity that when we listen to music next time, we'll have the whatever quality headphones.
Yeah,
And we'll do like a little silent disco here.
yeah,
But yeah, I'll definitely be listening to that later on. But yeah, I'm interested. Like, how did you find him? How did you track him down? Because like this a guy like that, you know, with the past that he has, like, you know, I saw it, like there was this documentary they made about, you know, stuff from back in the day, and it was partially about monster movies as well.
yeah,
And I saw that guy in the documentary too.
yeah,
And they were kind of ashamed of what they did. Like when they had to talk about it, the one end they were like,
Yeah.
yeah, we knew it was great, but or like people liked it.
yeah,
But they always like, we always also moved on, you know, like they look like they had families now and whatever. And it's with this as well. Like it's a whole different past that he has. So he probably started blanco with this. He
Yeah.
didn't, you know, it's not like he posts his name anywhere or something. Like,
No.
and then the fact that he got to you, and you saw him, you recommended or something. Like, how did you find him? What
yeah. I'm just always like, for me, other people's music is like inspiration. I try to, of course, not get too much influenced by other people's music, but I feel like when I hear something that's really genuine and really unique, then it makes me very hungry and motivated
yeah.
to like not copy that, but to feel like, oh shit, they're doing something totally new and not caring about what's popular or something.
Yeah.
Then I can do the same, you know?
I have so much respect for the producers that just take that path because it's the hardest path. Like when you start out, I think that's the reason why in the Netherlands we have so many great DJs and stuff and producers.
Yeah.
It's because when you grow up here, that's also the joke sometimes people make, where everybody's a producer here, because like when you grow up, we have all these guys you aspire to and they're all Dutch and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, you know, it's more attainable. But what happens with a lot of guys that have that dream and look up to that is they start making their music, you know, because they're like, okay, how do I make my music so that it fits on that label? I can drop it on Monster Cat, or I can drop it like it's basically like that's a trap, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good if you're starting out and you want to learn,
Yeah.
but if you are able to make music that's completely your own, that's like deep respect.
Yeah.
Artists that do that.
Just gonna actually, if
Good.
I have enough space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to touch on. Yeah, maybe next time we can also, like I said, I wanted to get into releasing music on Rave Radar. So like not as a label, but more as a jumpstart platform thing. So
That's a good idea. Yeah.
because there are so many guys out there or girls making really cool stuff, but yeah, how are you gonna get big nowadays? The only way is to have a lot of luck or try to get on a playlist and probably get scammed, and a lot of bots there as well. So
Yeah, well, that's a good initiative. Like, and I know you wouldn't want to be why, no way that you would ever want to be like a label is more about like the finances as well, and how we take this cut, and
yeah,
it's about the music and like giving people a chance. So yeah, I would really recommend it. So people can send stuff in, I guess, and
yeah,
you know,
yeah, and we'll think about how to promote it and how to release it as well.
okay.
And it can also be that it's already released and that we promote it on other channels. Or
That's a good thing.
yeah, cool. And maybe we can make something ourselves, Chris.
Oh man.
What do you like to make?
Ooh. Well, that was the thing actually. When I stopped with my music, like making it, like I would made my own stuff.
Yeah.
So of course I started out with like the EDM stuff when I was young. Then I did drum and bass because I really always really like drum and bass. And but by the end of it, I would just make whatever I wanted. So something I really like doing is like with my music is changing tempo halfway,
Mm.
like telling stories with that. And if you change tempo, it's per definition not a danceable song, typically. So yeah, I always made just a little bit my own stuff. If maybe in a very far future I will be able to like because I don't want anybody to hear, but I would maybe show a little bit of my cringy stuff from back in the day.
Yeah.
But it's not to be proud of. But yeah, I would be able to. I would be making new music would be fun. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot has changed. So for me, it would be like but like I used Fruity Loops 7 or something
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah. So the thing is, you had samples then, and of course synthesizers.
I was massive. I made my own synths. I was so addicted to just knobbing, making my own synths
Yeah.
from scratch, and of course I had samples and stuff. But
Yeah. Massive was, I think, Massive, Nexus, and Silent for like the big three.
Silent, indeed. I also had like I also like the Korg M1. Like Korg is this old synthesizer where Show Me Love and stuff is made. I used that a lot as well. But
Like
yeah,
the hardware, or
no, the digital version.
okay, yeah.
But it was very difficult to find.
Yeah.
I got it. But no, but like it would be great to make something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious to see like what things are like now, because I've got lots of friends of mine are DJs. Like I'm blessed with that. And when I hear what's capable nowadays,
Yeah.
like whoa, man! Like I would have been going crazy back as a kid. Like
Yeah.
you know,
It's almost too much actually, because yeah, I have Splice, for example. You have a lot of other different kind of platforms where you can just find endless samples, loops, vocals, but also presets for synths. So yeah, they have these like basically whole songs you can just drag in. And yeah, actually, 10 by Fred Again.
probably verse, yeah, but
10 days, 10 days, 10.
not if you sing it like this. No, but right, like it's probably a sample that's very easy to get.
You can put it on. Yeah. Let's do the final review.
The final review. No,
I think it's just called 10. I really like this song actually, but after you've heard it, I'm gonna ruin it.
yeah, because it's probably a sample that's like loads of great songs. So like,
Very vibe.
but what's the sample? Because we're kind of running out of time.
Yeah.
You know I don't speak too much. Walk like I don't speak too much. Okay, those are lies. You know I'm coming. I'll be riding around with you. I'll be riding around with you.
Yeah, and the sample.
So like the doo-dee, that's from some hip hop, lo-fi hip hop sample pack. It was a lot more slowed down, so he sped it up.
Yeah.
But like Afrojack, I called him out on this in a podcast.
For Afrojack.
And I was like,
Afrojack, the epiphany of making stuff himself. Like, come on, man. Gee. Hey.
at that moment I was actually going to his Spotify page, like,
Bro.
and how bad was Afrojack? I was like, maybe he's changed and he made something good.
Bro,
But
like when he started out, like he did completely do his own thing, which is great, and I appreciate like Bang Duck and stuff, like the really old stuff. But like he reached that point. What a lot of those artists had is that you're so out partying all the time, you don't got time to make music. So they had like he had this whole team of like young little producers that wanted to be Afrojack, like as a little minion army following behind him and making all of his stuff. And like,
wait, can I hear Bang Duck?
oh yeah, oh man, this is the stuff. This is the stuff.
I actually remember that name, and I think I
have to skip the intro because back in those days, like the original mix had such long intros, man. Like
Yeah, like 2 minutes.
Do you remember this? He has that vocal part in the moment as well. The Dirty Dutch.
That slide on the burrito steak. Hey, this
It's almost illegal.
In het begin was er Jack.
those drum fills are so thin as well.
This was in the Dirty Dutch time. Remember that? With Chucky and stuff? Oh, yeah.
Put your hands up, put your hands up.
In het begin was er Jack.
So he was calling out Fred again. Hey, but hey, respect. Like with this though, he did not follow a genre. He did his own thing. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that a much.
Yeah.
You know, so like top comments. That's also nice to do with this stuff.
Mm.
5 years ago, jeez, man, the quarantine really made me go back this far. Top comment. I agree.
What? The corn?
Like he said like this was back in COVID time. He made that comment. It was like quarantine is fucking his mind up so much that he's going back to this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the stuff. Listen to this on the MP3 players when I was 15 years old. I remember those days. Gosh. But yeah, so he's calling out Fred again.
Yeah, well, not really calling him out, more like, well, maybe it was a little bit sour, but yeah, I mean, this is probably the worst music ever.
I'd still go early 80s and what is and 70s. But yeah, I mean, it did make our country great again. Like we did. This was around that time, right? When all of, I mean, I don't know how it is now. I think now artists are more international, but like
Yeah.
the Dutch, we were so lucky, man.
We have to give him credit because, like, well, Chaffee started it. It was like the Dirty Dutch movement, but he kind of brought it over the finish line.
Yeah.
And after that came, of course, all the electro house,
Yeah.
Doom house.
Yes. Hardwell. Martin Garrix came a little bit later, I think.
Yeah.
But there were W&W. Showtek came over from the hardstyle or hardcore scene.
Nicky Romero.
Nicky Romero, yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah. Well, he had a couple, right? He had a couple. He had Toulouse. He had like the song with the Fiji, which was really good.
And those are it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the other ones.
Yeah, there aren't any.
Oh.
No, I can remember, like, I always liked him, but he never really got on that level again. That's he got with Toulouse.
He did. He always made like his web series, like how you said, like his radio show. You know, he was very. I think he still makes it even.
What's it called again?
Yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah.
something with an O.
I used to listen to it, so I should
Yeah.
know this, but like, so I respected him, and he was also one of those artists because back then we were all hungry for information, like how to create that stuff. You know, show us.
Yeah.
And he was very transparent. He was one of the first like YouTube videos, like explaining, oh, this is how we made it. Like even that song he did with Avicii, he literally dissected everything with what the filters they use, everything, and like his process behind getting there. So respect to Nicky Romero. But yeah, I'd never heard anything from
I
him.
will literally go crazy if I don't know the name.
Oh my god, get up.
Crow, something or an O.
Not oxygen.
I don't.
Fuck.
Um.
Oh no, man. Because it's a big label too. It's Protocol Radio.
Yes.
Yeah, he had a label with it as well, and there was some good stuff as well that he did with that label. Oh, that's so bad. I should have known that. Protocol Radio with Nicky Romero.
I now look at all those EDM guys from the early days, like you look at your demented grandmother. It just
Tell me why they look like your demented grandmother, please do.
because they're like you like go to them and they'll like speak of big room is still alive. Better days. EDM is the better days, man. When I was a kid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a crazy time though. Like, and the fact that,
But they're like holding on to.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I guess in America, people still like it for some reason because they have like zero. Well, I'm not okay. I'm not gonna.
it's party music.
Yeah,
And that's what it's all about. Like the song that you just showed, the dopamine song, is the complete opposite of it. Whereas that song is more about, in my opinion, the music and creativity, and like that EDM music was about the partying, the dance, and it captured the zeitgeist that everybody was in.
yeah,
Like it was like that time. So like 2010s, a little bit early, like everybody was just we want to party, you know, like it
Yeah.
was a great time. It was freaking Jersey Shore was on TV and stuff. Like nobody was thinking.
No.
It was just like, you know, go out there, have a good time, and like, yeah, I understand for those guys now that it must be difficult, but like I saw, for example, Martin Garrix, who's still around and making music,
Yeah.
but like all of you, they don't make it anymore.
Did you do brackets for the music part?
It's like I do bracket because he doesn't make it. So like he has this whole team around it because like their creative mind comes from a different age.
Yeah.
You know, like when making that kind of music was, their brains are made for that, and like the music they bring out now, it's not their own music.
No,
It's more like they're the
it's just really pop music actually.
yeah, and you know, power to them. But yeah, I mean, I wish they if they are demented, at least they'll be trapped forever in that positive time, which it was.
Yeah.
Like, and we are very fortunate too, because like we're Dutch, and to this like Amsterdam Dance event wouldn't be here without those guys.
Yeah.
Like we for years to come, we will have great, amazing, you know, in October, that week where
Yeah.
if you're a producer, it's kind of like Candyland, you know, like
Yeah.
you can just go there, meet people, learn about new stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's
True.
they paved the way for that.
Okay.
Very lucky. Yeah.
Let's do a little, show a little love to the EDM gods.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, gods.
Grazie mille.
They're still alive, I think. Some of them are in the earth,
I know that, but he's Swedish, so you know, like
Yeah. We don't care about that.
no. Yeah, no, most of them are alive.
The rest made it. Like Afrojack now has 3 grandchildren.
Yeah, but how many wives? Yeah, he slept around though. To be fair, he slept around. Like,
I can imagine. Yeah.
if I was laying his shoes, yeah,
Yeah.
smart man. Yeah,
Tall guy as well.
dog guy. Yeah,
You'll compete with him.
he was quite large. Yeah,
Yeah. He now is not large. He's shrunk a lot. So
Oh,
yeah, he's been in a wheelchair for 5 years now.
oh my god.
With like a little blanket. And then making those bang dog sounds. Sound like, come on, Jack, be quiet now.
Does he still have an afro?
Yeah, no, it's like gone down.
That's okay. Yeah.
Over his eyes, so he can't really see anything as well. Where am I? Where are my grandchildren? All 9,000 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Grandpa, can you sing Bang Dog again?
yes, son, it goes like. Yeah.
Okay, let's finish it here before the the quality goes down really rapidly. So
Oh, I thought we were just getting started with the quality. It was going up. We talk about dementia, about retirement homes, or you know,
Afrojack,
yeah,
those are it's the golden triangle. All right. Well, next time we'll think of some new stuff, and then maybe do
music reviews from people that send stuff in.
yeah.
Or maybe after, or you know, that would be cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, cool.
We do have to be, I mean, if they're just starting, we have to be a little bit lenient, of course, but
Of course.
like maybe we can do good cop, bad cop, you know, like one of us can just rip everything and the other one's gonna find us good.
We're both like too nice to like be the bad cop, but we're both too.
I want to be,
We'll be in the middle of both of us, I think.
I mean, if I find it fun to rip something on purpose.
Me
I wouldn't do it like consciously, unconsciously. No, so
I think it would be fun, like, and I know you'll do it too. We will not pre-listen to the songs. We are gonna go into blanco, and we'll just say what we feel. And I
Yeah.
think a true artist would appreciate that.
Yeah.
And no, we'll not tear it apart. No, we'll be constructive. We're Dutch. We're never direct. You know, we always talk around the subject.
Is that true?
No, of course not. That's the opposite.
All right, you fuckers.
Haha.
We're gonna end it right here. For all the 3 people watching, your mom, my mom, Afrojack.
That's half of you actually.
Now Afrojack's just listening because
He doesn't register it anymore. He's but yeah, thank you all for watching.
all right.
Yeah.
See you all next time.
Don't forget to subscribe.